welcome to Faithful Grace Studio. I'm Mindy. I'm the creator here at Faithful Grace, and I am excited to show you, I think I'm excited to show you something. We're going to create something together today. I wanted to do this with you so you could see the process. It's a little slider card, and I've made them before. It's been a long time. I can't quite remember how to do it. I can't find my instructions anywhere. So I'm going to recreate the process here with you today. You will probably see me make some mistakes, and that's part of the fun. But let me show you what started this. Sorry, let me move these out of the way. I am in the process of creating some project planners. As you can see, these are new in the Etsy shop, so check those out if you haven't already. They each pack, there's 3 different ones, and each one comes with 2 different sizes, so you get both sizes. You can make a small one, or you can make a full size 8.5 by 11 one, and they're really cute. But I'm getting ready to make a couple more. But what started me thinking about this slider card was I had printed all of this. Is the complete Mayhem paper pack. You may have seen it. It's actually 6 different packs that you can get in one mega pack or one combo pack. And so I printed the combo pack, printed it front and back on a very lightweight cardstock. This is a lighter weight cardstock than I've ever really used. I kind of like it. It's actually closer, in my opinion, to a high quality copy paper than it is cardstock. I think it's 60 pound, maybe even 50 pound. I don't even know if they make 150 pound. I don't know. Normally what I buy is 120 pounds, so this is at least half of what I normally buy. But anyway, I had printed them, and I had front and back, and I had put them into signatures. There's going to be 4 signatures in this journal that I'm making with these, and I had already laid out the paper and all that, and then I had a couple of extra pieces that I printed single-sided to make some ephemera for this journal that I'm going to make. So I'm going to move that out of the way. These were the single-sided pieces that I printed, and I started thinking about the pieces of ephemera that I wanted to make to go in that journal, and I decided that I wanted to make one of those slider cards, but I couldn't find anything really. I couldn't find any directions. I'm sure I'm probably not calling it the right thing, so we're just gonna make one. And you guys know I don't measure and do all that kind of stuff, so we're just gonna jump into it. I think I'm going to make, since I've got several of this color, I think I'm gonna use this one. It's the most interesting. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a big one, I think. Not a huge one. We'll make one. I'm just gonna score that really good, and then I'm gonna tear it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna tear it. All right, so now I'm gonna fold this, and you can make this any size. And as you watch it and see what I'm going to do with it, you may come up with a better way to do it. And if you do, please share it with me. But for right now, I'm going to glue this completely together. Not going to leave anything open. It's closed on one side because that's where the fold is. But then I'm just going to just around the edges. just let it dry for a minute. I'm trying to think. I may want to round the corners. Let's do this part first. Okay. All right, so we're going to pretend like it's completely dry. It's probably pretty close. And I'm going to cut completely through both pieces about 2/3 of the way up. I'm going to try to be as straight across as possible. Okay, so now I have this pocket and I have this pocket. All right, I'm going to fold this in two. I'm just going to tear this one too. You, of course, can cut yours if you prefer. I'm going to use this side that is more, less plainer. And now I am going to cut it a little bit because I need it to be about that size. So I'm just going to, it's going to have to fit inside this pocket. That fits that way. Let's let it. Oh, I got that one so messed up, but let's see. Will that work? That's probably not quite. Let's cut just a little bit more, just so close. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take this. I'm going to put a little tiny bead at the top on both sides. And then I'm going to slide it in here, assuming that it's going to go. Try to get it as straight as possible. And now once that's dry, oh, it's a little long. I'll have to trim it off just a little bit. It might even be just a little wide, but let's see if that did it. Look. Look. Okay, so now that's it. That's the slider card. I don't know, again, I don't know if that's what you call it, or if that's an official name or not, but that's what I call it. It's just a neat little way to have something hidden, something interactive. Sometimes I will put a little tab up here that says pull here or pull me. But let's do this. Let's see what happens if we round the corners. Let's see if we just round. The reason I said I'm not sure if that's going to be okay is because I put such a thin bead of glue around the edges that I didn't want to undo it. Which one did I do? Did I do this one? Yeah. I just think it's precious. And we can make one of pretty much any size. So, matter of fact, let's do that. Let's make one. Let's make a different size. Let's see. Let's cut. I'm just going to randomly cut. It's just not half the page. It's less than half the page. But if we fold this together, I'm probably going to have to trim it because I hand cut that. But that's okay. Oh, it's pretty close. Not real close, but pretty close. All right, let's see this time if I don't think a regular piece of paper will work well. I don't think a regular piece of paper will slide well. I think it needs to be a fairly stiff piece. So we'll just do this piece. So let's just make it, if you kind of see what I'm doing, I'm just laying that on there, and I'm going to kind of snip it where it needs to be cut there, and there. So now I can cut that off. Cut that off. I can see, got all these little strips I can use for other things. Those may end up in a shabby house at some point. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and glue this one down. Move that out of the way. Remember, we're going to glue the whole thing. Trim it up because I didn't do a very good job cutting. You guys know that about me. I'm not a great cutter. All right, and then I want to cover up most of that. So let's make the top. We're going to cut it off about right here. So there's a pocket. And there's a pocket. All right, let's make sure we're nice and open there. I think this side probably is. Since it's a little smaller, I didn't worry too much about it with that big one, but since this one's a little smaller, I just feel better if I check and make sure that nothing got glued down that wasn't supposed to. This is not straight, as you can see, but I'm going to leave it because that way it'll line up. It's going to go in there nicely. So I'm going to put a little strip of glue on the front and back at the top. And then I'm going to just slide it in there. Now let's see if it fits. I don't think I've ever made one that I didn't have to trim. Yep, I have to trim that one just a little bit at the bottom. And there we go. I'm going to put my glove on for just a second because I want to ink this. But I don't want it all over my hands. I don't think I'm going to ink the seam. I think it'll be, I don't want to make it obvious. But then I'm going to snip off the corners just a little bit. Should have done this first. How silly am I? All right, there we go. So then we could take this. Let's make one. Let's make a little tab for the top of this one. See, I just wrote pull me on this little strip and trimmed it up, folded it. Can't seem to hold on to it. I don't want to get glue on my hands. There we go. It's not in the center, but you know, I don't care. It's close enough. There we go. So just in a few minutes, we made 2 precious little slider cards that we can include in a journal or in a greeting card, or it's the greeting card itself, or a package adornment, or whatever. And we can embellish the outside any way you want. You just have to make sure you keep the inside clear, and that you don't embellish this piece, and that you don't mess up the line there. But look how easy and how much fun. There you go. I hope you enjoyed watching me, and I hope you enjoy making your own.